Your car throws a warning light, stumbles between gears, or idles like it's on its last breath, and the shop wants hundreds just to tell you what's wrong. Here's the part most drivers never hear. In a shocking number of cases, nothing major is actually broken. The system is just confused, and in the next 15 minutes, you're going to learn 11 powerful reset tricks that can fix up to 98% of common car problems, completely free. So if you like saving money and understanding your car better than most drivers, hit subscribe, because this channel is built exactly for that. And don't miss the last one, because that final reset can bring a dead car back to life in seconds. Let's start. Reset 11. Power window memory reset. After a battery disconnect or jump start, something strange happens. Your power window still works, but the one-touch function disappears. You press once, and nothing. You hold it, and it works. But not like before. Most people ignore it. But here's what's really going on. The window system has lost its memory. It no longer knows where fully closed or fully open actually are. Modern cars rely on these reference points for safety and smooth operation. There's actually a mention of this behavior in manufacturer documentation, like Honda manuals causes window auto function to stop working until reinitialized. The fix is simple, but surprisingly effective. Turn the ignition on, roll the window fully down, then bring it all the way up and hold the switch for 2 to 3 seconds after it closes. That pause is what allows the system to relearn. And just like that, the window behaves perfectly again. Now think about it. If a simple window can lose memory after a battery issue, what about systems that constantly depend on sensor data? Reset 10. Tire pressure system relearn. You check all 4 tires. Perfect pressure. Yet that annoying warning light refuses to go away. A lot of drivers immediately assume sensor failure, and that's where money starts getting wasted. But in many cases, the system simply lost track of which sensor belongs to which wheel. This often happens after tire rotation, battery disconnect, or even seasonal tire swaps. GM documentation explains that certain TPMS systems require relearn procedures or sensor re-identification. After changes, I've seen cases where someone replaced 2 perfectly good sensors, only to realize later it just needed a relearn. Once the system syncs again, the warning disappears instantly, and the car goes back to normal. And if something as simple as tire pressure can confuse your car, wait until you see what happens when airflow calculations go off. Reset 9. Idle, relearn, reset. At a red light, your car starts acting strange. The RPM fluctuates slightly. The engine feels unsettled, not failing, but definitely not right. It's the kind of issue that slowly builds doubt in your mind every time you stop. This often shows up right after cleaning the throttle body or disconnecting the battery. Nothing actually broke. The system simply lost its learned idle behavior and doesn't know how to stabilize itself anymore. Modern engines constantly adjust airflow and fuel delivery to maintain a smooth idle. When those learned values get wiped, the engine temporarily struggles to find the correct balance between air, fuel, and load, a behavior commonly discussed in manufacturer documentation like this. A proper idle relearn helps restore that balance. Let the engine idle with no load first, then gradually introduce electrical load like headlights or AC so the system can recalibrate step by step. I once saw a driver convinced his engine mounts were failing because of vibration. After this reset, the car became perfectly smooth again. No parts replaced, no money spent. And if something this small can make your engine feel unstable, imagine what happens when your car's main computer starts learning the wrong behavior entirely. Reset 8. Transmission adaptive reset. You accelerate, and the car shifts oddly. Sometimes it hesitates before changing gears, and other times it jerks so hard, it feels like something inside just slipped. It's unpredictable, and that's what makes it feel serious. At this point, most drivers assume the worst. Transmission problems are known to be expensive, so even small irregularities immediately create stress. But in many cases, nothing inside the transmission is actually broken. The issue lies in how the system has adapted over time. Modern transmissions learn your driving habits, how quickly you accelerate, how often you brake, how aggressively you drive in traffic. Over time, especially with stop-and-go driving, inconsistent throttle input, or weak battery conditions, that learning can become messy and inefficient. A reset clears those learned patterns and gives the system a clean slate to relearn properly. I once saw someone ready to sell his car because of harsh shifting. After a reset and short relearn drive, the difference was unbelievable. Smooth, controlled, and completely predictable. That's the power of correct recalibration. But here's where it gets interesting. Shifting is only half the story, because the next issue doesn't just affect gears, it changes how your car reacts the moment you press the pedal. Reset 7. Throttle response relearn. You press the pedal, and the car hesitates. That slight delay makes driving feel disconnected. This is one of the most frustrating modern car problems, because it doesn't feel mechanical, but it doesn't feel right either. The reason is simple. Throttle systems today are fully electronic. They rely on precise communication between your foot and the engine. When that calibration goes off, after battery disconnect, cleaning, or sensor misalignment, response becomes inconsistent. A relearn restores that relationship. Once corrected, the car feels sharper, smoother, and far more responsive, like it's finally reacting the way it should. If you're learning something new here, subscribe, because this kind of knowledge saves people hundreds without them even realizing it. And we're not done yet. Reset 6. Climate control calibration. You set the AC to cold, but warm air comes out. Or worse, the airflow suddenly shifts to the wrong vents without you touching anything. One moment it's on your face, the next it's stuck on defrost. It feels random and honestly a bit frustrating. Naturally, most people assume something serious like a compressor issue or gas leak. But in many cases, the problem isn't mechanical at all. Inside your dashboard are small electric actuators that control where the air flows and how hot or cold it feels. These tiny motors constantly adjust positions based on your settings, but after a battery disconnect or voltage drop, they can lose their reference points, meaning the system no longer knows where cold or face vents actually are. That's when things feel completely off. A recalibration forces these actuators to relearn their correct positions. Once that happens, airflow direction stabilizes, temperature becomes accurate again, and the entire system starts behaving normally. It's one of those fixes that feels way bigger than it actually is, which makes you wonder if something as simple as airflow direction can go out of sync, what happens when the system responsible for charging your entire car starts getting the wrong signals? Reset 5. Battery system reset. You install a brand new battery expecting everything to feel fresh and responsive again. But instead, something feels off. The start-stop system stops working. Charging behavior seems inconsistent, and sometimes random warnings appear that weren't there before. This is where most drivers get confused, because they assume a new battery should instantly fix everything. But modern cars don't just use batteries, they monitor them. Your car actually tracks battery health, charging cycles, and performance over time. And even after installing a new battery, the system may still behave as if the old weak battery is still there. In fact, manufacturer documentation like GM's own manual explains how battery disconnection can directly impact features like auto start-stop. So what you're experiencing isn't a faulty battery, it's outdated memory. Resetting or reinitializing the battery system allows the car to recognize the new battery properly. Once that happens, charging stabilizes, features like start-stop return, and the car finally behaves the way you expected. But here's the part most drivers never realize. Sometimes the problem isn't what the car is doing, it's what the car has forgotten after a reset. Reset 4. Drive cycle reality check. A lot of people disconnect the battery to clear a warning light. The moment the light disappears, there's instant relief. Problem solved. Not exactly. What really happened is the car's memory got wiped, and that includes something most drivers don't even know exists: emissions readiness data. This is the information your car builds over time to confirm that all systems are working properly. According to Toyota's own documentation, disconnecting the battery clears these readiness codes completely. After that, the car needs to go through a specific driving cycle to rebuild them. So even if everything is working perfectly, the system may still show incomplete status until that process finishes. This is why many drivers fail inspections right after fixing their car. Not because something is broken, but because the system hasn't relearned yet. Understanding this one concept can save time, money, and a lot of unnecessary frustration. And here's where it flips. Because the next issue isn't about memory being erased, it's about your car suddenly refusing to trust the very key you're holding. Reset 3. Key sync reset. You step into your car, turn the key or press the button, and nothing happens. The dashboard lights up, but the engine doesn't respond. Then you notice it, that blinking security light. That's when panic starts to kick in. It feels like a serious failure. Maybe the starter, maybe the ignition system, maybe something expensive, but in many cases, the engine is perfectly fine. The problem is much simpler and much stranger. The car just doesn't recognize your key anymore. This can happen after a weak battery, electrical interruption, or signal mismatch. The immobilizer system, which is designed to protect your car from theft, ends up blocking your own key. And when that happens, the car treats you like a stranger. A simple resync procedure can restore that communication. Once the key and system reconnect, the car starts instantly, like nothing ever happened. I've seen drivers call tow trucks for this exact situation, only to watch the car start normally minutes later after a reset. That's the kind of fix that feels almost unbelievable until you understand what caused it, which raises a bigger question. If your car can suddenly stop recognizing its own key, what happens when the system controlling the entire engine starts holding on to the wrong information? Reset 2. ECU soft reset. Your car doesn't feel broken, but it doesn't feel right either. The acceleration feels slightly delayed, fuel economy isn't what it used to be, and overall performance just feels inconsistent. These are the kinds of problems that are hard to explain and even harder to diagnose. What most drivers don't realize is that the ECU is constantly learning and adapting. It adjusts fuel delivery, throttle response, and timing based on how you drive and what the sensors report. But when something goes wrong, like poor fuel quality, a temporary sensor glitch, or a weak battery, the system can store incorrect adjustments. And here's the catch, it keeps using those bad adjustments even after the original issue is gone. That's when the car starts feeling off. A soft reset clears those learned values and forces the system to start fresh. It doesn't fix mechanical problems, but it removes the confusion inside the system. After a proper reset and short relearn drive, many drivers notice smoother acceleration, improved response, and more consistent behavior. It's not about fixing parts, it's about fixing decisions. But here's where things take a completely different turn, because the final issue isn't about software, memory, or sensors. It's something purely mechanical that can make your car feel completely dead in an instant. Reset 1. Steering lock release trick. You sit in the car, turn the key or press the start button, and nothing happens. The dashboard lights up, but the engine doesn't respond. Then you notice the steering wheel. Stiff, locked in place. At that moment, it feels serious. Your mind jumps straight to worst-case scenarios. But sometimes, the issue isn't electrical at all. It's simple mechanical tension. When the steering wheel is turned slightly while parked, it can put pressure on the steering lock mechanism. That pressure prevents the key from turning properly or stops the ignition system from engaging. This exact situation is even mentioned in manufacturer manuals, where gently turning the wheel while starting can release the lock, as noted in GM documentation. The fix is almost too simple. Apply light pressure to the steering wheel while turning the key or pressing start, and suddenly, everything works. I've seen people assume their car was completely dead, only for it to start instantly with this one move. No repair, no parts, no cost. Just understanding how the system behaves under pressure. And once you realize how many serious problems are actually simple resets, it completely changes the way you look at your car. If even one of these saved you money, subscribe, because the next video is going to expose the hidden mistakes that slowly destroy your engine without you even realizing it.